I hate when people always try to highlight the shallowness in dating, when the shallowness is everything in dating. Like I hate when people try to act like the aesthetics is not important.
But it's a big time matter of preference, though.
It is, and to that person, those particular aesthetics are important. Everyone has their version of aesthetics. What's important to them, it might not be the same across the board.
But the problem is, what people do is they make general statements with it. That's all.
Okay.
And then people who don't have the physical attribute that they're talking about, those are the ones that
get offended.
Yeah, and it makes sense though.
Don't get offended.
Some people say they like this, they like fat asses, they like certain things. But sometimes you meet someone that doesn't have that and you fall in love with their personality.
They settle.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
No. It is. And it's okay. Hold on. I'm not saying it as if that was a bad thing. So he might have preferred, hold on, check this out. His ideal woman, right, might have been, let's say, 5'6", 130 pounds, double D's, and like apple bottoms. Like that might have been his ideal. But he might have found someone who was total opposite of that. That he dated and turned out to marry, that he loves. But that might not have been his ideal person at that, what he aspired for. But he says, you know what, this person is dope. I would marry this person. I love this person. But there's nothing wrong with him settling for that or her settling for that.
I don't think he's settled, though. When you say settled, it's like, no, I don't think so.
I think you're putting a negative connotation on it. I mean, settling is settling. We know what settling is. He's settled, or that person's settled.
I don't think so. I think when that big ass one left out the window, he's not even thinking about that.
Yeah, he may not have settled. He may have evolved.
Well, maybe. Okay.
You know, he may have evolved into a different understanding of maybe he became less shallow. Because, you know, so I think maybe he evolved. That's probably what happened more than anything else.
You know how many females be out here? Oh, I want him like this, that, and the third, and then they meet a guy and fall in love with his personality, how he treat them.
Exactly, and that's the point I'm saying.
No, it's not. It's totally different.
Hold on, because if they would have found the person that looks like X, Y, and Z, and had the same personality, or emotion traits the other person had, then that would have been their perfect ideal. But they didn't find that. They didn't find all of that in one package. They found an alternate version that might not have had X, Y, and Z, but they had A, B, and C. It's, again, I'm not trying to put a negative spin or negative attachment to settling. It's nothing wrong with that. You might, because you have your 1A option and your 1B option. You have your number one preference and your secondary preference. It's okay. Maybe you didn't find your first preference that had all of these attributes. So you took your second preference.
So, but the crazy thing
I agree with that.
I'm not a female that sits up here and be like, you have to look a certain type of way, right? I'm not. I was never that type of person.
You dating them shorter than you?
I have.
Okay.
You know, but what I'm saying is that I'm not that type of person. But when it comes to emotional, I know my capacity and what I'm willing to deal with, and I know that's something that I cannot do.
So for you, that's just the one attribute you're not working with.
So you can't call me like, you know, like, oh my God, you won't work with anything. Like if I'm not into like how you look, like, you know, as long as you treat me stuff, but when that emotional stuff and the meltdowns, and I can't. That's just too heavy.
Okay, I can see how that can be a lot.
Yeah. I need you to you going through this, or you trying to do something to try to get out of it, trying to fix it, not just every day just curled up in a corner and just crying every day, having these meltdowns. No.
But what if they were good looking?
I don't care.
I think that's the problem. Hold on. Let me elaborate. A lot of the relationships that I was in prior to marriage, and even maybe my wife will even admit to it, like, is all because I'm handsome. That was the number one thing. That's all that mattered. So they settled for just that one trait.
So you don't have to work on those other attributes.
What I'm saying is, and got lucky that everything else came with it. You understand what I'm saying? Like different things came with it. Maybe you should just be shallow like them. It's like, no,
you cannot tell me that you did not meet a girl that was just bad. It was just like everything, like, you know, whether you was trying to talk to her or not. But when she opened up her mouth and you realize how nasty she was, all that just went out the window.
Correct.
You don't care how good she looked. You would not even give her the time of day because how nasty she is.
Nah. Hold on. You got to probably reword that one.
No, I'm just saying.
I think you probably give her more time of day now.
No, it's not. No, that's not
Nah,
true.
I get what you're saying. But no, I don't think that happens like that for men.
What?
Because once one man gives up on that pretty woman, another guy is really like, oh shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
So you mean
It's already like 13 people behind you.
Look, he over here. Your point. He over here bitching about that little bullshit, and I'm just like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. She look good. Let's go.
But that's a man that's not used to getting something to that caliber.
No, not true. Not true at all.
Yes.
There's a different. Hold on. You compared it to the bad bitch. There's a different set of standards, and like men just go crazy. There's nothing we can do to explain it. We gotta compare it to an average chick.
Because if
bad chicks just get.
No, let me tell you. No,
Am I lying,
straight
Dex?
up. No. Let me tell you something. If a dude is used to getting girls that look like that, if one chick is nasty, her attitude stinks, he don't care about how good she looks. That is not. If he know he can go over here and get something that looks with a better attitude, come on, man. Come on.
You would
That's
think.
somebody.
No, Jen, you would think, right?
I'm telling you.
That's if he already has a harem of them that looks like that already.
No, because now y'all making it seem like men just settle like over a girl, you know what I'm saying, just because she looks good all the time.
Men settle a lot of.
Nah, I think that's used to. That's men that's not used to getting something that looks good like that. That's what it is.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know.
It's just.
It's different if he just want to bang her and just go about his business, but like being with her consistently.
No,
because what a man's gonna do is probably work with the attributes that probably aren't up to par. Let's say.
Correct.
Yeah, and this is why you're gonna get that girl from that other video that's gonna mess up your apartment, mess up your car, and everything.
And I would guarantee it. Her DM is still full of DMs.
Yes,
There's a different set of standard. There's a different set of standard for women like that.
Okay, but I understand that. But as you get older, then what? As the female get older, she's still acting like that, and she doesn't look good as she used to. Then what? She's single, like you like to say, right?
Then she probably dating younger men.
Come on, man. You ain't gonna look like that forever. You're not gonna look like that forever.
If you're into your looks, and God forbid,
And
you're
what
able
did
to
you
continue to work
Your
out.
value goes down.
It does.
Okay.
I agree. Oh, now you want to
No,
agree with
I'm
me?
not agreeing with you, but I'm
Oh,
not agreeing with you. I'm not agreeing with you.
Hey, yo, I
But
hope
now,
you stuck
look,
around
what
for
I'm
this
saying is
entire
that
video.
No, because he said that the
Rewind
value
it.
goes down, right? So I'm just reminding him of what he said. I'm not saying that I agree with him.
Yes, you were.
But now all of a sudden you
man.
saying,
Yes, you were.
no, I was not.
No,
I was not agreeing with you.
You know what? I think she doesn't
I
like
was
my.
not.
I don't think you like my take on. There's a different. We might have something here. There's a different set of standard for bad bitches. That's
No,
just the way
maybe
it
I
goes.
need to bring a guy
Bad
in here that's
women,
used
call
to
it what you
dealing
wanna
with
call
bad
it.
chicks like
Huh?
that. Maybe I need to bring a guy here that's used to dealing with bad chicks like that on a consistent. He'll tell you, man, she better get the hell up out his face. And it's the truth. I don't understand like why y'all cannot believe that.
Because
It's
I just try
I
to
don't
keep
understand.
it real.
No, I'm telling you facts.
You know, all I can do is just scroll and look at the bad women and look at their likes. Look at the stuff they say. Look how they act. Look at the stuff they want. The Birkin bag, all the crazy stuff. And still the likes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If any guy gets access to that, even a snippet of it, that's it. He's set. He's hooked. That's how men are wired. Every man would tell you that. Come on, man.
How many of them are married?
Those men?
No, those women.
What do you mean? I don't understand what your
Like
question
you're
is.
talking about, like they always gonna have somebody, but how many of them are married? Like have
See,
that they always switching
no,
all
see,
the time, consistent.
All right, that's what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, they're always gonna have suitors. That's the way it is,
But
and a lot of them.
It comes to an end at one
It does.
point.
It comes. See.
It comes to an end.
At what point?
I don't know, but it comes to an end. Everything is not. It's not going to be the same.
At what point?
I don't know. Who knows?
At what point? No, because I've known women for a long time, and they still looking good in their 60s, mid 60s.
You have times where you have a bad chick, right? And even like a bad dude, and you be all into them. But once they reveal their age, they be like, "No, I'm good."
No, I think what he's saying is like the whole point is women will always like have somebody's gonna be lying that's gonna willing to beat it up and scoop it up.
But that's the difference. Beating it up and being in a relationship and being wifed up, that's different. Okay, yeah, a woman always gonna have a woman always gonna have a dude knocking on the door trying to get laid.
Say that.
You know? But being a girlfriend or being a wife or, that's totally different.
See, but that goes that I was trying to argue that point earlier. I don't disagree, kind of like as you get older, like it will always be somebody willing to smash you.
But what I'm saying is
but
though,
the
when-
quality might change.
But what I'm saying is that when you have that nasty attitude like that, that's all you're gonna do is get fucked.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But
Okay.
if you don't have that nasty type of attitude, you might get wifed up. You might get in a relationship. But if you have that attitude, people eventually dudes are just gonna be like, all right, let me just fuck, let me fuck. She still look good. Da da da.
Not
But the
necessarily.
deal
You'll
is,
find
what
somebody
I'm
that's
trying to
so
say is, and it when you look like that, it don't matter. Unfortunately, it just don't matter. Cause you always put it this way: if you just gonna get fucked, you always gonna have an opportunity to change your game up and be in a relationship.
That's
just the way it
true.
goes.
I don't know though. But-
Why not?
But hold on. I understand where you're going with that because when you talk about like the Nicole Murphys and stuff like that, when you talk about those type of women that's getting older and that still keeps it together, I don't think they're the majority. I think that type of standard for women is the minority. I don't think they're all turning into Nicole Murphys at that age, bruh. Real talk. Like she's a specimen. That type of physique at that age, those people that we see that does that, I think they're a specimen. I think they are the minority percentage of women who are aging that gracefully.
What kind of attitude we talking about?
Disrespectful. Talk to you like
He
you
said,
just
"Let me think
like
about that."
nobody. You know how you feel like you your looks, and she makes you feel like shit because she's a bad bitch.
What type of attitude?
Makes you feel this small. Talk to you.
I'm not going to say that one. I can't say that.
Yo, listen, like, nah.
I can't do that one.
That's what I'm saying. I think when we talk about these things, it's just more realistic to talk about them when we're not talking about bad chicks. Leave them out of the equation and let's
Correct.
just talk about
See,
everybody else.
normal
this
people.
Normal people, because this is a different set of standard for
It
them.
is. It is.
Yo, a guy would drop everything.
Yeah.
It's a different set of standard for them, man. And they know it. That's why it's so entertaining to watch them talk. Because it's like, yeah, you could talk and talk that.